Yo guys, what is going on? It's your boy Calypso here today, bringing you some Call of Duty Advanced Warfare gameplay. This game is going to be a pre-recorded game. You know, had a really good S&D game. Thought that I'd use it for a video. Me and Rem were playing together, just doing some pretty crazy things. So, you know, why not make a video with some good gameplay? Normally my gameplay is not that great. So when I have a really good gameplay, I like to give it to you. Just kidding. My gameplay is not that bad. We can all admit that I'm not that bad. You know, I am trying to get into like competitive Call of Duty, like on the for reals, trying to go like pro or something. I know I'm crazy, but you know, things that I want to talk about today all involve E3. Now, I'm going to try to stay away from the competitive Call of Duty side, but it's going to get into a little bit of it just because of one thing I do want to talk about. But first off, some things from E3 that I kind of, you know, want to take away, want to share with you guys is, number one, Fallout 4. I guarantee 100%, promise you, no doubt in my mind, I know for a fact that Fallout 4 is going to be a game that is going to be on my channel and you guys are going to see. It looks amazing. Fallout 3 was one of my favorite games, so Fallout 4 looking as good as it did, it's definitely going to be a game that I have to play, that I have to give content to you guys, and you know, stuff like that. Obviously, Black Ops 3 is going to be a huge game for me. It's going to be the game that puts me... That game is almost going to have to be the game that puts me into the AM stage, which, you know, I'm pretty close to being like an AM, but I wouldn't say I'm there yet, considering I haven't gotten the title. Or I haven't gotten noticed to be considered an AM yet. But besides that, I think I have the skill. I think I have what it requires to be an AM. But you know, we'll get there. It's a slow process, but worth the wait if you have the patience and the time. But you know, Black Ops 3, like I said, that's its own beast in a way. And we'll get into that a little bit later if we have some time. But I kind of want to make a different video about that. Something else is... Search and destroy. I want to bring you guys the new Gears of War. I know that's not... There's a little E3 about it, but there wasn't a whole lot of E3. That Gears of War game looks actually really good. I was never a Gears of War fan because I thought it was very poorly done, and it didn't... I thought the games looked just like ratty. I didn't like them, but I've been watching people play the beta. I've been just, you know, I watched a little bit of the E3 of it, and the game does not look bad at all. It actually looks pretty enjoyable. I think I'll give it a try, you know. With this whole YouTube thing, you almost want to branch out and try things that before you didn't like, because a lot of times as you grow up you end up liking things that you didn't like before in your past, and that goes for anything, you know, video games, food, people, even maybe. But you know, you just kinda gotta branch out, try new things. Don't let your past, you know, judgment get in your way of trying the new things. And you know, it can take you a long way, and it can give you pretty good results, especially on YouTube or like Twitch or even MLG when you're streaming. But you know, enough for that little tangent. So now the bigger thing I want to talk about from E3 is Sony. Sony has done something that honestly I never saw coming, and something that a lot of people are surprised about, And now I'm not even talking E3. I'm gonna go all the way back to when the PS4 and the Xbox One came out. Hands down, everyone will admit, even the PlayStation people, that the Xbox 360 was better than the PlayStation 3. There's no question about it. There's no doubt in anyone's mind. It's true. It's a fact. It just was. The Xbox 360 was the console. It was the best console out. Fast forward through all that, you know, the Xbox One, it was not
Good job.
a step forward. It was almost a step back in a lot of ways. They implemented a whole lot of new things, but when you buy a game console, normally it's because you want to game. They took the game console and made it more of a media console. Now, I know, you know, people argue this out a lot of which one's better. If I was to say right now which console is better, I would tell you the PS4 is the better gaming console on the market. If you asked me which one was the best, like, home theater device, Xbox hands down. The PS4 does not even have the capability to do a whole lot of home theater stuff. But
The bomb has been planted.
on that same note, it's supposed to be a gaming console anyway. And Sony has built other systems to be a home theater device. Microsoft, not so much. What I've noticed is Sony is really trying to push Xbox off the edge by doing so many things and overpowering Microsoft that Xbox's retort is, let's take some of the media side from Sony. Now, you know, for Xbox, that's great. That's a very good thing. But what I don't think they realize in the long run is they're also gonna hurt themselves due to the fact that the people that love to game, the people that have been there with Microsoft because of how good the Xbox was over the PlayStation, you know, they're gonna start to lose them once they take away a lot of the gaming side. That's my personal opinion. I think that Xbox has potential to do a lot of great things. Microsoft is a wonderful company, don't get me wrong, but I think they're taking people's thoughts and views and putting them, they need to branch them out and put them into multiple different devices, and they're trying to put it all into their next gaming console. And, you know, I know that the Xbox One and PS4 are not that old, but I find it very highly unlikely, for me personally, that in the next couple of years when the new console comes out, like the new console that's after the Xbox One, that people are going to stick with Microsoft.
Switching sides.
I find it very likely after this generation, people are going to go from Microsoft and flock to Sony, just because of how much better their system is being right now.
Defend the objective.
But, you know, that's Microsoft's fault. Right now, there's not a whole lot they can do to fix it. Since the release, I'm pretty sure they know that they've screwed something up. Now, going into why I talked about that is this. At E3, it was announced that Sony has partnered with Activision. Activision is like the biggest sponsor for Call of Duty. Activision is who sponsors Call of Duty Champs. COD Champs is the biggest and the best event of the year for competitive Call of Duty. Well, if Activision is sponsored with Sony, COD Champs would have to be played on the PS4. Now, I know for a fact, and this can be a debate whether you guys like it or not, whether whoever wants to say something likes it or not, COD Champs is not gonna go away. The $1 million tournament is not something you can take out of Call of Duty. You know, it's not possible at this point. everyone looks forward to COD
Destroy the
Champs.
objective.
I mean, you don't hear people talk about MLG Columbus or MLG Anaheim like you do COD Champs. COD Champs is the biggest event, draws the most people, and has the biggest payouts. The players don't want that to go away either. That's what makes a team. I mean, if you win COD Champs, you are the best. That's how it is looked at.
Good job.
So,
Get ready for the
you
next
know,
battle.
what I'm trying to get at here with this one is, in the future, I do honestly think that Call of Duty is going to go from Xbox to PlayStation. Now, do I find it bad? Honestly,
Switching
the only
sides.
reason I don't like it is I don't want to drop the money
Search and
into
destroy.
new equipment for the PlayStation, because I'm going to need a new scuff, and I don't want to drop the money into a PlayStation itself. That is honestly the only reason. I've played the PS4 and I love it. The PS4 is a much better console. First off, graphically it's better. I find, now I'm not a big person, and my hands are pretty small, but I find that the PlayStation controller is much more playable than the Xbox. I can sit at a PlayStation controller for much longer than an Xbox controller. It doesn't hurt my hands like an Xbox controller does. You know, growing up I had a PS2, never had the Xbox, and I also had a PS3 when I had my Xbox 360, and when I wasn't playing Call of Duty, or even competitive for that matter, because I had Black Ops 2 on the PS3 and played that a lot, I was always on my PlayStation. You know, I didn't really play the 360 when I could play my PlayStation when it was my leisure time. But anyway, you know, those are my thoughts. I'm past like my video, but you know, this is some stuff that I really wanted to get off my chest. I figured you guys should know, should hear, stuff like that. But that is all I have for you guys today. Please remember to leave a like rating on this video, comment, and subscribe. It really does mean a lot to me. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Thanks a lot for watching, guys.